going on, everybody? Hair here, and wow, I can't even believe I'm making this video. I wasn't even going to make a draft video because I thought we were going to get 7-8 your Sacramento Kings land the 4th pick. Yes, that's right, the 4th pick in the 2022 NBA draft lottery. We had a 7.5% chance to land that, and we did. So, you know, luck of the basketball gods, we got it. We got the 4th pick in the NBA draft. Of course, people thought, oh, what if we get the top 3? Those are the, you know, for the most part, the top guaranteed, the 3, you know, best players in the draft for the most part. That could have changed things even more drastically, but I'm super happy with the top 4 pick. It's a plethora of different things you can do. So again, with me, I'm not super into college, but just based off what I know, I think you're going to get something in the mix of Paolo, Banchero, Chet Holmgren, and Jabari in those 3 picks. I'm not sure in what order, but I think you will get those. Now, the one that intrigues me the most is Jabari. You know, 6'10", can shoot the lights out. That's something you need. We're lacking severely at power forward. So he's the main one that intrigues me. I know people like Chet Holmgren. The thing with me, he's under 200 pounds, he's 7 feet. I understand, you know, people are saying that's not a big deal. He's a beast in his own way. I just think he's going to get bullied in the paint hard until he puts on muscle. And now the contrary, hey, Kevin Durant's still skinny and all that, but yeah, he doesn't play center, plays guard. But who knows? I could be wrong. He might just be a killer in the NBA. But yeah, the one that intrigues me the most in the top 3 is Jabari, just because, like I said, 6'10", shoots the lights out. He's exactly what we needed at power forward. But pretty sure he won't be there. So at the 4th pick, a lot of mock drafts and a lot of fans have the Kings getting Jaden Ivey, or he's getting Shaedon Sharpe, which he's the biggest wild card in the whole draft. I like Ivy. A lot of people comparing him John Morant 2.0, that he'd be great with Fox. He's, you know, one of the fastest players in the NBA in college. He has a great 3-point shot, you know, 6'4", pretty decent wingspan. So Ivy seems like the safe pick to plug in that number 2. You know, just had a number 2. Seems like we have that shooting guard carousel with Buddy Hield, you know, Tyrese Halliburton, and now a possible draft pick in that spot. I like, just based off what I've seen, I like Jaden Ivey a lot more than Shaedon Sharpe, and the reason is, like I said, he's safer. I like the way he plays. You know, his game looked pretty good just based off what I see, what I've seen. I like the John Morant comparisons. Of course, people are thinking, you know, they're pretty dominant. Can him and Fox play together? I think they can. My only worry is developing players. We're not the best at developing players. But again, I like what I see with him. Again, with Shaedon Sharpe, he has that. To me, he has that guy from the Nuggets factor with him. Forget his name, but you know, he didn't play a lick of college basketball. You know, he went in he was a, you know, high school senior, then transferred to Kentucky, and then just got eligible for the draft. You know, 6'5", has a 7-foot wingspan. It's just one of those things where he could be a beast, but you don't know. He didn't even play in college. People have all kinds of aspirations for him. He's an athletic freak. He gives me Anthony Edwards vibes somewhat. Obviously not, I don't think as good, but again, there's a lot of potential there. He's very young. He knew he was an NBA prospect. That's why he skipped straight to Kentucky. Then even skipped that, became an NBA prospect, and he's still considered a top 10, top 7 player. So he's the big wild card for me. So I'm not exact. Oh, Michael Porter Jr. is, I was thinking, from the Nuggets. So he reminds me of him, where he was a wild card. He was injured in college, didn't play a whole lot, and was a freak athlete, decent 3-point shot. And even right now in the NBA, has some great flashes, but has still been hurt. Still has tons of potential. He reminds me of that Shaedon Sharpe character. But I think Jaden Ivey is a safe pick. You know, he's fast, just like Fox. And again, you have Sabonis, who's not fast. He likes playing the half-court offense, which you like to run and gun with Fox. But still, they played pretty good together for a few games. They played together last year. So Ivy looks like a pretty solid pick, unless you can get of Jabari's falls. If you know, Chet Holmgren falls, one of those top 3 players falls, I would consider it more with Jabari. Again, I'm not big on Chet. Now, what I really think we should do is trade the pick, even though we're top 4, able to get a freak like Ivy, even, you know, a couple other players that might slip. I really truly think we can trade the pick. We have a great asset with a top 4 pick in this draft, and you got guys like Davion Mitchell, Rashawn Holmes, a few other pieces you have there too. I think they're pretty much not going to trade Fox and Sabonis, but you never know. I just never know with this squad. But you have, again, Davion Mitchell, who's a pretty damn good chip, and then you have Dante DiVincenzo, who seemed like he was a little bit hit and miss during the season. Then reports came out that he was unhappy with the squad. You have his Bird Rice, got the Justin Holidays of the world. You have a few other pieces that can make things enticing. You have next year's pick, this year's pick. You can't do sequential picks, but there's some things you can do. You got Harrison Barnes in there too. You can package something and possibly land another All-Star. If the Jazz are a little iffy with the whole Donovan Mitchell thing, he's somebody that you absolutely must grab if he's available. You give him the 4th pick. Give him Dave. It'd be nice to keep Davion with him. The Mitchell brothers, but give a few picks. I don't know, but the thing is, they wouldn't want Rashawn Holmes. They have Rudy Gobert. They play differently, but you never know. So you got Gobert, but I don't think he would fit right with Sabonis. Even though he's a shot blocker, he doesn't shoot like Sabonis doesn't shoot either. Plug up the paint a whole lot. Dream scenario would be to grab Zach LaVine in free agency. He'd be your instant number 2 starter, and then grab someone else. Man, there's just a lot of possibilities you can do with this pick. And again, I'm leading the flag with trading. I'd love to trade the pick, land a fringe All-Star or an actual All-Star, and I keep thinking Donovan Mitchell. I'd love to sign Zach LaVine. He's unrestricted, though. You figure he's going to sign with one of the big squads. There's just so many possibilities you can do with this. Jonathan Isaac is going to be available. You don't need to really do much to get him. He's a decent shot blocker, rebounder. Man, there's just so much different things you can do. Again, now that you have a top 4 pick, so I'm excited. Sure, we can draft somebody, but with our timeline, with Fox and Sabonis being 25 and 26, entering their primes, you'd think they would trade it to get a 3rd piece for that core, for that playoff ready now core. Again, if we get an Ivy, is he ready right now to contribute? I think he can contribute, but is he ready to be that third head on the 3-headed dragon? I'm not quite sure. So again, I would trade it. I would try to trade it to land a fringe All-Star or an All-Star, use our assets we have, and then plug and play some pieces. Maybe grab a Malik Monk, who's a free agent. I know Lakers want to try to sign him, but there's a few, there's things we can do. Get your top 3, and then get a couple shooters and just see what happens, and hopefully we can make the playoffs next year. That's my take. This is